Welcome. We will discuss three-phase converter fed DC drive. So, previously we have discussed single phase converter drives, single phase semi converter and single phase full converter for DC motor drive. Let us have a brief review of that as background. So, single phase semi converter uses 2 thyristors and 2 diodes, whereas single phase full converter uses 4 thyristors. So, single phase semi converter is one quadrant drive, single quadrant drive, and single phase full converter is a 2 quadrant drive. So, in one quadrant drive you have only motoring operation, forward motoring operation. In 2 quadrant drive you have motoring and regenerative braking. So, 2 quadrants, regenerative braking actions. Both these 2 types, for both the converters, they are 2 pulse converters. Both are under 2 pulse converters. That means 2 pulses in the output for 1 cycle of input. So, that you know, for every cycle of the input there are 2 pulses in the output corresponding to the forward group 1, 2 and then negative group 3, 4, 2 pulses in the output. So, as it is a both of them are 2 pulse converter, frequency of the frequency of ripple in output equals to 2 times supply frequency. Because it is a 2 pulse converter, their output frequency is twice the input frequency. So, ripple frequency in the output is twice the supply frequency. So, that means requires large size filter, because normally say 50 hertz supply, output frequency ripple frequency is 100 hertz. So, to reduce that ripple content requires large size filter. So, that for that reason it is suitable for low power drives, typically less than 20 HP, less than 20 HP. When the drive size is larger, above 20 HP, then single phase converters will not be suitable. For that 3 phase converters are essential, and 3 phase converter again it comes in 2 categories, in 3 categories. One is 1 quadrant drive, 1 quadrant drive. So, in that you have 3 phase half wave converter and 3 phase semi converter. 1 quadrant drive, 3 phase half wave converter and 3 phase converter, because output voltage can be only positive, output voltage and current can be positive only. So, forward motoring operation is only obtained, or only motoring operation is obtained, and here both this type output ripple frequency equal to 3 times supply frequency, because they are 3 pulse converters. Both are 3 pulse converters. Because ripple frequency is higher than 2 pulse converters, they are suitable for larger power drives. So, 3 phase half wave converter is used for 10 to 50 HP drives. and 3-phase semi converter is used for 15 to 150 HP drives. So these things we have discussed with reference to for one quadrant drive, which we obtained using 3-phase half wave converter or 3-phase semi converter, only one quadrant drive. Next we will discuss 2 quadrant drive. That is 3-phase full converter, which is basically a 6 pulse converter. That means output has 6 pulses for cycle of input. So output ripple frequency is 6 times the supply frequency. So if supply is 50 hertz, then in 6 pulse converter has ripple frequency in the output which is 300 hertz, which is considerably larger and can be easily filtered. So it is used for 100 to 150 HP drives, 100 to 150 HP drives. So because 2 quadrant drive, so it has output voltage can be positive or negative. Current is positive only. So if you say in the IA and VA plane, current is positive, you have operation in first and fourth quadrant. When output voltage is positive and current is positive, you have motoring operation. When voltage is negative and current is positive, you get regenerative braking action, 2 operations. So for that it is preferred for large power drives. Then apart from this, you also have 4 quadrant drives, where load voltage and current can be positive or negative as required. So you have 4 quadrants. So in 4 quadrant drives, output voltage can be positive and negative, output current can be also positive and negative. So you have forward motoring when voltage and current both are positive. You can also have reverse motoring in the opposite direction when the voltage and current both are negative. So speed and torque both are negative, reverse motoring. And all of the 3 types of braking actions are possible, all braking actions are possible. So you get 4 quadrant operation. So 4 quadrant drives are feasible with dual converters. 4 quadrant drive means it requires dual converter. Dual converter means 2 converters connected back to back in reverse parallel connection. So you get voltage reversible and current reversible, 2 fully controlled converters connected back to back. So dual converter means 2 full converters, single phase or 3 phase connected back to back, that is dual converter. So you get 4 quadrant drive with dual converter. So they are used for high power drives. For single phase dual converter up to 100 HP, typically 100 HP drive, and 3 phase dual converter for ratings greater than 200 HP drive, ratings greater than 200 HP drive. So we will discuss more on 3 phase full converter head DC drive. So if you draw a 3 phase full converter This is the motor back EMF. This is the applied voltage VA. 3 phases, let us say A, B, C or R, Y, B. The thyristors are numbered as 1, 3, 5, 4, 6, 2. So, for 6 pulse converter, the 120 degree mode of conduction is mostly used, in which each switch conducts for 120 degree. Thyristors are switched on at intervals of 60 degree, one after other in sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So, different modes of conductions are 1, 2, then 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6 and 1. Here I have not shown the field winding. So, field winding is there. This is the field winding. So, each mode is of 60 degree duration. If you draw the waveform of the output, so this is VA, VB, VC, VA. So from here T1 alpha starts from here and T3 gets forward biased here. So, switched on with a delay alpha, and T5 forward bias starts from here. So, switched on with a delay alpha. Similarly, T2 gets forward biased from here. So, alpha starts from here. T4 gets forward biased from here and alpha starts. So, T6 is get forward biased from here. It gets forward biased. To draw the waveforms of the output voltage and current, we will consider 6 modes per 120 degree conduction. 6 modes are 6, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5 and 6, 6 modes. When 6, 1 conduct, VA output voltage equals to VAB. When 1, 2 conduct, it is VAC. You see the circuit diagram of 3 phase full converter. When 2, 3 conduct, output voltage is VBC. When 3, 4 conduct, output voltage is VBA. And when 4, 5 conduct, output voltage is VCA. When 5 and 6 conduct, output voltage is VCB. With this, we will draw the waveforms for alpha equals to 60 degree first. This is VA, this is VB, VC, VA. So, here T1 gets forward biased from this point. So, if alpha equal to 60 degree, then T1 will be turned on here, T3 will be turned on here and T5 will be turned on alpha equal to 60 degree. Similarly, in the bottom T2 will be turned on here, T4 will be turned on here and T6 will be turned on here. So, we want to draw the output voltage VA here. So, you see so during this interval thyristors 6 and T5 is conducting. So, let us consider during this interval these 2 points. So, when T6 and T1 are conducting, during these 2 points T6 and T1 are conducting. If T6 and T1 are conducting, output voltage is V A B, voltage of A with respect to B. We have drawn phase voltages and we have to draw the line voltage V A B. So, you see this is V A minus V B, this is the output voltage and here it is 0. Maximum at the beginning of the tunnel, it decreases to 0. This is V A B, I have indicated with blue arrows. V A B magnitude I have indicated with blue arrows. So, you can see V A B is like this. This is V A B when 6 and 1 are conducting. After and beyond this point, up to this interval, T1 and T2 are conducting, 1 and 2. So, if 1 and 2 are conducting, output voltage is VAC. So, we will see the VAC, voltage of A with respect to C. This is here and at this point it is 0. So, this is VAC because 1 and 2 are conducting, here 6 and 1 were conducting, and in the same way you can conclude from between after 1 turns up 3 starts conducting. So, 3 and 2 conduct during the interval, 3 and 2 conducts means VBC, output voltage is VBC. So, VBC, voltage of B with respect to C 0. So, this is VBC when 2 and 3 are conducting. So, in this way 2 3, 3 4, 4 5, 5 and 6, 3 and 4 it is VBA and then VCA, then VCB. So, this is the output voltage waveform and you can see there are exactly 6 pulses for one cycle of the input. From here to up to this point it is one cycle of the input, VA peak to VA peak 6 input, one cycle of the input, 3 phase input. So, in between you have 6 pulses, 6 pulses. So, it is a 6 pulse converter, 6 pulse converter. For every cycle of the input there are 6 pulses of the output. So, ripple frequency is 6 times the supply frequency. So, if you want to complete the waveform, you can do it like this. So, if we draw the output, let us draw the supply current waveform, IA, output volt current waveform. So, it is just DC average value with some ripples. Let us draw the supply current waveform of phase A, supply current waveform of phase A. So, phase A thyristors are T1 and T4. So, when T1 conducts, source current in phase A is plus IA, when T4 conducts, source current is minus IA. So, during this 120 degree T1 conducts, so out supply current in phase A is same as the output current, and again during this interval T4 conducts, so source current is minus of IA, source current of phase A is minus of IA. Here T1 conducts, here T4 conducts. So, this is current in phase A, and in between there are 0 intervals. So, similarly other 3 phases currents can be drawn, they are just 120 degree phase shifted from each other. This is for firing angle, delay angle alpha equal to 60 degree. Similarly, we can draw the waveforms for alpha equal to 90 degree, 120 degree. So, I will directly go to the output voltage waveform, motor voltage waveform. So, for alpha equal to 90 degree, whatever alpha equal to 60 degree waveform you have got, for alpha equal to 90 degree it will be 30 degree shifted away. So, with that so this is the output voltage waveform for alpha equal to 90 degree, and you can see for 6 pulse converter, that means 3 phase full converter, average output voltage, let us write it as VA is 3 into root 2 VL by pi cos alpha. This you can derive also. VL is the RMS value of line voltage. You can write VA equals to 1.35 times VL cos alpha. If VL is 400 volt, like our standard supply is 3 phase 400 volt, then VA is 540 cos alpha, maximum DC voltage is 540 volt. And this is one way, one expression. Other way also you can write VA equals to 3 into root 3 Vm by pi cos alpha, where Vm is the peak phase voltage. You see, VL is root 2 VL is root 3 Vm. And there is also another way of writing. You can write VA equals to 3 into root 6 Vs by pi cos alpha, where Vs is the RMS value of the phase voltage. We assume star connection of the supply transformer. So, what I want to write in this case, when alpha equals to 90 degree, when alpha equals to 90 degree, VA is average output voltage is 0, because cos 90 is 0, and you can see positive part and negative parts are identical. So, that average output voltage is 0 for alpha equals to 90 degree. And supply current waveform you can also draw. Let us write, this is the output current waveform, this is the output current waveform, and current in supply current in phase A. This is current in phase A. So, these are the waveforms for alpha equal to 90 degree. Let us draw the waveforms for alpha equals to 120 degree. And in the way we have drawn obtained the waveforms in the previous slides. So, you can draw the output voltage waveform VA. This is the 0 voltage line. Output voltage waveform. Output voltage is always negative, never crosses 0 voltage, and you can see VA is 3 into root 2 VL by pi cos alpha. Alpha is 120 degree. So, cos alpha is minus 0.5. So, you can say VA is average output voltage is negative, and as you can see average output voltage will be negative, because all the time instantaneous voltages are negative. So, average output voltage will be also negative. And supply current waveform in the same way you can obtain. Let us draw. This is the output waveform I have drawn, output motor current waveform. So, supply current waveform is current in phase A. And whatever modes of operation of 3 phase drive we have are similar to single phase drives which we have discussed. So, when alpha is more than 90 degree, average output voltage is negative. So, because as IA is positive, output current is positive. So, power flows from machine to AC supply. How? The converter works in inversion mode. Inversion mode as inverter. So, power flows from DC machine armature to supply through converter. So, regenerative braking is obtained in this case. These are already discussed in detail previously. So, you can go to previous presentation, regenerative braking is obtained when alpha is more than 90 degree. Then we will discuss 3-phase semi converter. So, first I will draw the circuit diagram. These are thyristors T1, T3 and T5. This is diode D2, D4 and D6, and this is the freewheeling diode, and this is 3-phase supply A, B and C, and this is the motor back EMF, this is R A, L A, this is I A, and this is the field. Field is supplied from a converter, which can be single phase or 3-phase converter depending upon the motor rating. So, first of all, 3-phase semi converter is a 3-pulse converter. Output voltage is only positive. So, the expression for VDC, average output voltage VDC or VA is 3 VL by root 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha. VL is the RMS line voltage, or you can write VA is output voltage is 3 into root 3 Vm by 2 pi cos alpha, where Vm is the peak phase voltage. All those expressions you have studied early in some other paper or previously, only 3 into root 3 Vm by pi cos alpha 1 plus cos alpha in 3-phase semi converter. And because 1 plus cos alpha is always positive, average output voltage is always positive. So, you have single quadrant operation, motoring operation, you cannot get regenerative braking operation. So, another point, what happens, why the output voltage is, average output voltage is positive? Because of freewheeling diode, because of the freewheeling action. So, when the output voltage VA tends to go negative, this freewheeling diode starts conduction. So, freewheeling takes place through a freewheeling diode. So, output voltage is not allowed to go negative, it is 0, motor becomes shorted. So, output voltage is never allowed to go negative. So, average output voltage is always positive. So, when the freewheeling occurs, if firing delay angle alpha is less than equal to 60 degree, no freewheeling takes place, because for alpha less than 60 degree output voltage will never go negative. As you have seen the waveforms for full converter, if alpha equal to 60 degree, then output voltage just touches negative. If alpha is less than equal to 60 degree, it will never be negative. If firing delay angle alpha is more than 60 degree, output voltage tends to go negative for a part of the cycle, leading to freewheeling action and clipping of output voltage at 0. For alpha equal to 60 degree, the 3 modes of operation are as follows: T1 and D2, then T3 and D4, then T5 and D6. So, you can find out what is the output voltage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When 1 and 2 conduct, output voltage is VAC. When 3 and 4 conduct, output voltage is VBA. And when 5 and 6 conduct, output voltage is VCB. So, you can draw the output voltage waveform for alpha equals to 60 degree. So, we will draw it here. this is V A for alpha equals to 60 degree. This is when T 1 and D 2 are conducting, this is when T 3 and D 4 are conducting, this is when T 5 and D 6 are conducting, this is T 5 D 6 continuation. This is output voltage for alpha equals to 60 degree. So, there are 3 pulses, as you see there are 3 pulses. So, it is a 3 pulse converter. If we draw the current waveform, omega current waveform, output current IA waveform. So, output current waveform. If we want to draw the supply current waveform, during this interval when 1 is conducting this area, when 1 is conducting current in phase A, I want to draw current in phase, supply current in phase A. So, when 1 is conducting, source current is plus IA, IS equals to IA. When 3 and 4 are conducting, that means 4 is conducting, supply current is minus of IA, IS is minus of IA. Then it is 0, again it will start here. So, this is current in phase A for alpha equals to 60 degree. If alpha is less than 60 degree, 6 modes of operation are there. D6, T1, T1, D2, D2, T3, T3, D4, D4, T5, T5, D6. These are the 6 modes. So, each device T1, T3, T5 conducts for 120 degree, and each of the 3 diodes D2, D4, D6 also conducts for 120 degree. But there are 6 modes of operation, but there are 3 pulses. There will be 1 pulse in the output combining these 2 modes, another pulse will be there in the output combining these 2 modes, another pulse will be there in the output combining these 2 modes. So, 3 pulses. Hence, the name is 3 pulse converter. If alpha is more than 60 degree, let us assume alpha equals to 60 degree plus theta, theta equals to any positive angle, alpha is 60 plus theta. Then there are 6 modes of operation. What are those? First, T1, D2 conducts, then freewheeling action takes place when the output voltage goes negative. Freewheeling action takes place, then T3 and D4 conducts, then freewheeling takes place, then T5 and D6 conducts, and then freewheeling diode conducts. You see, this is for 120 degree, this is for 120 degree, and these 2 modes combined is also 120 degree. Out of that, you see, if alpha is 60 degree, then the output voltage just touches 0, it does not go negative. If alpha exceeds, firing delay angle exceeds 60 by theta, then freewheeling will be for duration theta only. So, that main power on period will be of duration 120 minus theta. That means, when the freewheeling, when the firing delay angle exceeds 60 degree by theta, then output voltage tends to go negative for a duration theta. So, freewheeling action takes place for a duration theta in each pulses, and main power on period is 120 minus theta. When freewheeling diode, this is duration. What about the output voltage? When freewheeling diode conducts, VA equals to 0, output voltage is 0, output voltage is 0 during the freewheeling diode, because motor terminal is shorted, and during 1 and 2 you know all those things. VAC 3 and 4 conducts VBA, and 5 and 6 conducts VCB. So, let us draw the waveforms for alpha equals to 90 degree. I will directly go to the waveform. This is output voltage waveform for alpha equals to 90 degree. This is when T5, D6 are conducting. During this interval, freewheeling diode is conducting. This is T1, D2 are conducting. Freewheeling diode is conducting. Output voltage is 0. Then T3, D4 are conducting. Freewheeling diode are conducting. This is one cycle. So, if we draw the motor current waveform IA, output current waveform, output current waveform. If we want to draw the supply current waveform, let us draw supply current waveform in phase A, supply current waveform in phase A, ISA. So, when freewheeling diode conducts, supply current is 0, because current is freewheeling in the output circuit. When 1 is conducting, supply current is equals to IA, and when D4 is conducting, when T1 is conducting, supply current in phase A equal to IA. When D4 is conducting, supply current is minus of IA. This is current in phase A. Here T1 is conducting, here D4 is conducting. That is why current waveform is like this. Let us draw the waveforms for alpha equal to 120 degree with discontinuous current. These are the 3 pulses for one cycle of the input. So, before drawing the VA waveform, let us draw the armature current waveform, load current waveform for alpha for discontinuous current operation. So, current will start from 0 and comes to 0 at angle beta. It will start corresponding to particular value of alpha equal to 120 degree and comes to 0 at beta, like this. So, this is the motor current waveform IA. So, let us draw the VA waveform. VA waveform from alpha to, it will start, take the line corresponding line voltage waveform and come to 0. After this point, beyond this point, output voltage tends to go negative. So, semi converter is in freewheeling mode. So, that output voltage will be 0 till conduction is there. When current comes to 0, again the output voltage will be equal to the back EMF. So, this is the back EMF. So, output voltage is like this. This is the VA waveform. Then we will draw the supply current waveform. Let us draw supply current in phase A. Between these 2 points, the thyristor in phase A T1 is conducting. So, supply current is same as motor current IA. Beyond this point, freewheeling starts. So, source current is 0, and again when in the next pulse, when D4 conduct, source current will be minus of IA, and again it will start cyclically. So, during this interval freewheeling diode is conducting, and modes are already explained. Here T1, D2 conduct, here T3, D4 conduct, and from this point T5, D6 conduct. So, the waveforms are like this. So, as you can understand, so for alpha equals to 120 degree, T1, D2 conduct for 60 degree. So, also T3, D4 conduct for 60 degree, T5, D6 conduct for 60 degree, and freewheeling diode DFW does not conduct for 60 degree, but less than that because current comes to 0 at beta. So, freewheeling, so conduction is less than 60 degree. Particularly it is extinction angle beta minus 60 degree is the conduction of the freewheeling in each of the 3 pulses.